I honestly think this is one of the greatest misdirects you could ask for from an Archdemon's Dilemma. One of my all-time favorite things about this show is actually the titles of the episodes. So the titles are always very descriptive, and they always are just fun. You're like, okay, what does that title mean, and where are we going with it? And an episode that's titled something along the lines of "An Archdemon should know better than to hit a child." I'm thinking, what in the hell does Zagan get himself roped into where he beats a child? But boy, am I excited to see. And this has to be one of the greatest misdirects you could ask for, because when you hear about Zagan hitting a child, you're thinking, okay, does he actually? It's like, and weirdly enough, he technically does beat a child out cold, but not on purpose. So it turns out that big snake in armor, turns out that wasn't actually a snake in armor, it was a dragon in armor that was pretending to be a snake in armor, because dragons are so insane in this world that you eat its bones or you mesh it up. It's a cure-all potion. You bathe in its blood, you're immortal. You eat its flesh and you have all the mana you could ask for. We have the most adorable little dragon girl who is so innocent and pure. Sure, she tries to kill us, but I mean, granted, I think most people in this world try to kill someone at some point, so that's just nature of their world. And the idea that Zagan and Nephi adopt a child, and it's not even just like, it's like implied for the viewer's sake. Nephi at the end literally is like, oh, it's kind of like we have a kid together. This is what I love. It says what the viewer is thinking, and it doesn't leave room for misinterpretation. It's not, oh, this is just kind of baiting you, making it be like a pretend family. Like, no, they know what that family is, and boy, do I hope it lasts. I don't know what this little dragon is so determined to get power for. I assume someone that she cares for is dying or something, because as Zagan says in this episode, dragons are usually pretty like good at waiting it out because they live for so long that they're not in any rush. So there's something going on, but to just watch an episode that started with my boy beating a child out cold, to then ending in the most wholesome of dynamics, the show just keeps getting better. Full live reactions over on Patreon if you want some full link of thought to this or any of these Archdemon episodes. It's gonna be over there if you're interested. So, I forgot, because they kind of tease a lot of stuff in any episode, and I forgot there was like some menacing suit of armor walking towards us. So they start the episode off with the little knight who's been helping us getting demoted. I'm thinking, oh shit, here we go. We're gonna have some evil scumbag shit. But no, like, apparently the dude in front of her was actually pretty nice. Wants to help her get promoted again. It's just a matter of time and having to follow the rules. So someone's approaching her that's gonna shake it up. So there's an interesting story brewing there, which is all well and good. But of course, the star attraction in a majority of the episode was focused on our little home and the amazing cooking, and it's just hilarious because it starts off with my boy not taking this seriously, like, maybe I should improve my barriers, but I'm eating dessert, can this brawl wait? And like, just the fact that a giant scaly hand of fist could come in and he can just be like, nah, I'm eating my pudding. This man has never tasted a dessert in his life. Like, he was eating stale, moldy bread for most of his life. Nephi comes in and introduces some delicious dessert, and he's like, I don't even know how to eat this. The greatest thing he's probably ever tasted, and then this bitch is coming in trying to ruin dinner, like, nah, you're gonna wait. And it's so cute because by the end of the episode, after having enough of Nephi's cooking, 4 pretty much is like, yeah, apologies. I too would want to finish this cooking. It's this good. It's like, I like how they designed her character. Not only just as a character design, but her personality. Because she is feisty. And, you know, similar to Barbados, our best friend, might want to try to kill us still, but it's like the fact that Zagan is such an anomaly in this world, and it's something I noticed early on. This is a world where, like, sorcerers are obviously not, they're more feared than anything, but even in this world, like, it felt like Zagan, well, sure, he does kill his fair few amount of bandits and thieves. It's not like he's a cruel person by nature, right? It's just more so, this is the type of world he's in, and now that Nephi's around, he doesn't do it quite as much because obviously he doesn't want to make her upset. And just the way that he can interact with this child who has every right to fear him, and he has every right to try to put out because, you know, she did try to kill him. Like, that's how this world would be. I try to kill Sorcerer for power, Sorcerer tries to kill me for trying to attempt to kill him. That's just how this works. And instead, she gets served soup in bed, and her punishment is to be with Nephi for a week. And I love it because he's so every time someone tries to kill him, he just gives them an ultimatum. Barbados, every time you try to fight me, you're just gonna have to give me the best booze when I win. And if hell, you kill me, oh, then you get it. But you're not going to, so just make sure you have a bottle of booze. For this girl, you can attempt to kill me, but I'm gonna extend your time with my wife. And it's just like, I love that. And I like how in these episodes, even if he has this issue where he kind of puts his foot in his mouth, and he'll say things and he'll even admit, be like, damn it, I treated her like an object, not a person. But there's a reason why she's smiling in all this, because she doesn't actually feel like she's being treated as an object. As she says around the midway point towards 4, is that when he bought me, he didn't treat me like a slave or an object. He treated me like a person. That's why she reclaimed that collar, and she's decorated. It's a piece of jewelry for her. It's not a sign of she's an object. And I think they do such a good job at keeping it wholesome. And by introducing this, it's nice. Like, there's a reason why I really like stuff like Spy Family, because what starts off so fake becomes so real very quickly. And what started off as this master-servant relationship has quickly become this, they're pretty much husband and wife without realizing it, and you throw in a daughter to the mix, it's just so freaking cute. And I think my favorite thing about Zagan in this episode is, like, they do mention it near the end of the episode, but it's how, like, he never treats her, like, with skepticism or, like, she needs to feel fear. When he's in his library of all his forbidden sorcerer knowledge, it's not like he kicks her out of there and doesn't let her. He's like, you want to read a book, go read a book. Like, he's not, because he has no actual reason to feel scared of this kid. She's actually harmless. He's, of course, interested in why she needs power or why she needs to kill a sorcerer. But in terms of, like, is there any reason for him to really be skeptical? No. And it's like, and if worse did come to worse, he would be able to put her out, like, of her misery. And the idea that whether it's the library stuff, not fearing her being in there, hell, even being in there alone seemingly, to also allowing her to come with him to investigate a dead sorcerer's knowledge, it just shows how much he's treating her like a person and not an object. And while maybe many sorcerers would consider what he's doing absolutely idiotic, he's not a normal sorcerer in this world. And as he says at the end, is it weird for him to want a normal sense of happiness in a world, especially given that of where he's at? Like, he is an archdemon, right? Like, this is not how he should be, but it's clearly how he wants to be after a life of hell. And the idea of reflecting of when kids on the street would give him food when he was hungry, of course he's not going to let a little dragon girl starve either. He's kind of repaying that kindness back. I also wanted to add, something I'm really excited about is when Barbados comes over the next time to probably try to kill her boy, what he's going to think of course, 4. And I really hope we get that whole uncle-niece dynamic, because I think both of them may be plotting to kill Zagan or something. Could just be hilarious. It's probably not going to go too crazy, but the possibilities are up there. This was fantastic. It was cute. It was unexpected, but I really think that's one of the greatest misdirects. You drop the episode title that he's going to hit a kid, and I'm thinking, how would he hit a kid? And it's like, oh, they're not even lying. He did hit a kid, but it's not intentional. But does that matter? I don't know, but it was cute nonetheless. Let me know what you thought down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell so you know if I would upload more. Like I mentioned, full live reactions over on Patreon, and head way over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Ronan Rugin, Sophia Palmieri, Mish, Misaki Arme, Avery Fuchs, and we also have JD. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.